Hey, welcome to Maximum Driftcast, the only drift podcast with 3 real-life, living, eating, breathing humans.
That's right.
That's right. Every week, all week. Except for Cory, who's like practically a big bowl of spaghetti over here.
He's just like usually like a smaller bowl, but today's you look pretty big, Cory. What's going on?
I don't know. He looks a little bit tired. I don't know. Maybe he's sick of all the picking on. We're sorry for picking on you, Cory.
Yeah, it's okay, dude. Like we know you've been pretty busy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're still here with us today.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to everything you have to say this episode. Paco, what have you been up to this last week?
Man, it's been surreal. Last weekend, I took apart my Buick Riata. I took the engine and the subframe out.
Yeah, I saw
all by myself.
You did this in the middle of the night when you didn't have anything to do and you were just you were antsy.
During the day, under the sun.
Under the sun.
Under the sun, with help of just a cherry picker. I lift the whole front of the car and pull the engine and transmission and subframe from underneath.
That's some real ethnic engineering there, Paco. You lift up the front of the car and then drop a subframe.
Yeah,
nice.
Which you usually can do that on a full lift,
yeah.
But I did this with a cherry picker.
Why do you have a cherry picker?
I've done many engine swaps, so I just have it at home. That's what it's called, a hoist.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking like those things at Costco that people drive around, like the electronic little forklift things.
No.
That's called a forklift, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well, we got that covered.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with that?
Well, I'm going to try to put a supercharged engine from a newer model, Grand Prix GTP. And hopefully, that thing makes like 110 horses more than what the old engine does. Should be a pretty nice little upgrade. And other than that, she still look very stock. It's still like a very factory GM car, so it shouldn't be problematic at all.
So you're not going to go with a 1J?
Nah, front wheel drive is not very 1J friendly.
Don't they make? I know they make front wheel SR20s. Do they make front wheel 1Js?
No, because you have to turn the engine.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And then it's hard to fit. I know there's people who have longitudinal engines, but they still have front wheel drive, like some Audis and some Volvos. But it's like too complicated for this vehicle.
I can't wait for Forsberg to tell us like 3 things we got wrong on that. But we'll hopefully hear from him later on this episode about what we got wrong last week with Larry Bear McChen.
And Larry the... Harry Larry. Yes, that one.
Anything else exciting this last week? Did you...
There was Formula Drift Japan.
But you weren't there.
Oh, I wasn't there.
We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. Just mean in your life, Paco.
In my life, geez. Just being, like I said, that was it. I did, wait, actually, there was something I was supposed to do that I didn't do.
Yep, that's true.
I was supposed to go to the GRC, the Red Bull GRC that you invited me, and I couldn't make it.
You didn't show up.
Yeah, tell me about it.
That's fine, Paco. Oh, well, I went to the Red Bull GRC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How was it?
It's pretty cool. It was my first GRC event, and it's not as exciting as drifting, so that's a plus. I don't think it's gonna steal drifting's thunder away. It is pretty cool to watch, especially like the first lap or two, and the cool part about it is this was on the track in Phoenix where I learned how to almost drift. I don't want to say I learned how to drift because I still suck. But
where we?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's where you started too. Yeah, this is the West Track at Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park, and it's weird just seeing like all the corners that I mess up, seeing like multiple guys crash into each other and just fly around the ring. And from the drift champion, T Fow got the double crown. He won both events on Saturday and Sunday.
So how is that? Is there like 2 categories?
No, so it's the same category, but for some reason, I guess, and this is probably wrong as well, but there's like 2 different events. So Saturday is an event in its own, and Sunday is an event in its own with separate points allotted.
But same vehicle and all that.
Yeah, same vehicle. There's different classes. Like there's like the junior class, like the Pro 2-ish for making Formula Drift.
Everybody keeps saying that it was like hearing a bunch of angry bees.
Yeah, I don't think the like the junior class, I forget what it's called, the light class, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of those were allowed to have anti-lag. But I think every supercar class, the main ones, I think those all had anti-lag, and that just is the coolest sounding thing in the world. I love anti-lag, especially hearing 8 cars with anti-lag going on the track
all
at
of them
once.
at the same time. Nice.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
And I went to Las Vegas. more like lost wages. Oh, we like to have fun.
Oh yeah.
And shot some stuff for Snap-on with Jared,
Is
the Panda.
that like something that you attach to your body?
Jared
Oh
the
no,
Panda?
that's strap-on. Sorry,
Oh my God.
my bad.
Paco, take it easy. And so we shot some stuff for Snap-on, and I'm trying to think how much Jared showed in his Snapchat, so I know how much I can say.
It's not much of a surprise.
Well, he showed. I think he definitely showed that Bryce Menzies was there, the trophy truck champion. And then we also, I don't know if he showed what kind of car we're racing against, but this is a program that it's really crazy, and I really want to talk about it because it was also one of the more intense video things I've done with a camera.
Nice.
But I can't talk about it. But also, I can talk about the fact that I put $20 into a Michael Jackson slot machine, and Michael turned that into $140. Yeah, and it was the best because
I saw that.
Yeah, if you follow me on Snapchat, yeah, sure, Sam. That's my name, I think.
Yeah, sure, Sam.
You'll see me doing such antics as petting my cat and going to Las Vegas and
Lots
playing on
of
Michael
cat.
Jackson slot machines. But yeah, the whole time you just hear. The way you make me feel.
The way you make me feel.
You know, I feel so good.
You know, I feel so good.
But I think they only licensed those 2 lines from the song because it's just repeating over and over and over. And I put like $20 in. I was down to like $5, and I had already ordered like one of the free beers that they bring you. The lady was taking forever, so I was like, "Crap! I really gotta make this last." So I just kind of sat there looking at the screen for a little while, just pressing the lowest like penny button. And then somehow Michael blessed me with his overpowering love and oh God, I got so many jokes I could make there about Michael Jackson. Yeah, and he gave me $140, and then I lost 20 of it, and I was like, nope, I'm out.
Wow.
But I've actually
You came back a winner.
I won at slot machines, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that crisp $100 bill. I'd like to maybe. The
only machine I used to play in Vegas is like those big machines where you put a dollar and then you push a button and they give you a soda. I always win on those.
I love those machines. Those are pretty sweet. I don't think I've played them because I'm kind of afraid of losing. Are you talking about soda machines, Paco?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, isn't that the same principle?
Speaking of soda machines, Cory, what have you been doing this last week?
Yeah, dude, tell us what's up.
Cory, dude, like I get it, the silent thing is pretty funny for a while, but like we're trying to do a show here. Be professional, please.
Come on, dude. Just say.
Cory?
We know you're tired from.
Oh my God, I think he's hurt. Cory!
I don't know, dude. Hey, react. Come on, man.
Cory, dude, wake up.
Hey.
Hold on, let me see. What the hell? It says it's Cory. How could Cory be calling me when he's sitting right here?
What's going on, dude?
I don't know. I don't like the sound of this.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Samuel, what's up?
What the?
How could you be talking to me when you're sitting right here on the phone you are calling from?
I'm sitting right next to you?
Yeah, dude. All right.
Who's this?
Let me describe. Yeah. Well, this sounds like Cory, but Cory's sitting right next to me because I see he's orange. He's got meatballs.
Sauce?
He's got sauce. He's sitting in a big old bowl.
You got his headphones and everything.
Cory, explain yourself.
Yeah. Well, hey, what's up?
You have a twin?
I'm right there. I'm using a hands-free device.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
The Bluetooth. If you dig your finger in there a little bit, you'll see a Bluetooth.
Hold on. Yep, I feel it. All right.
I see what.
Hold on.
Check it real quick. Ow.
Cory, you taste delicious.
Oh, thanks,
Wow.
Samuel.
I've never been so non-uncomfortable after seeing somebody fingering a bowl spaghetti.
Yeah, no, that wasn't bad. That felt kind of weird. I
Well,
never had that happen before, but it was really nice.
I'm glad we
Nice.
could have this bonding experience. I guess let's just get back to the podcast then.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, hey, yeah, guys, I'll sit here. If you need me, just poke at me.
Okay.
If not, you can just eat me after this.
All right. Gotcha.
Just
right.
relax in there, buddy.
Yeah. Good to see you. I'm happy you're okay. I'll talk to you in a second in real life next to me because that's who you are. Next to me, where you are.
Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah, if you need me, just warm me up.
All right. You got it.
All right, Bubs. We'll see you.
See ya.
Bye. Well, I'm glad you're back, Cory.
Yeah, Cory. It's really good to see you. It's safe and here,
Yeah.
because you've never left. But it's really an interesting trick you've been playing on us with your Bluetooth way deep up inside you.
Dude, I gotta say, like, he gets very creative sometimes.
Let's go to some comments now that we know that Cory's safe and sound next to us.
Uh-oh. Well,
It's so weird though, because I mean, he still looks just like one of the bulls that I have in my house, and 2 cans of Kroger brand spaghetti sitting in a bowl.
You're just generalizing, Sam.
Yeah, I should really stop being so mean about Cory's
Yeah,
appearance.
like-
He tries really hard.
I'm the one who's racist here, okay?
That is true. But you're allowed to be.
I guess I am.
All right, so you
What do
guys
you have for us?
You guys have left some really terrible comments in this last week. Let's get them right into it. Year-long Bender on YouTube says, first, not that it matters because your content is fucking shit, Sam, and nobody watches this shitty podcast. The only way I see this staying alive is if we get Max Powers on the next week's episode. Make it happen or face my wrath, Sam the Sandman. XOXO heart. Well, Year-long Bender, next week is Formula Drift, Orlando, and just like last week, we're actually going to release the episode a day late just so we have a chance to hopefully talk to the winner of Formula Drift Orlando and get their side of the story. And if Matt Powers wins Formula Drift Orlando, we'll talk to him next week.
That'll be pretty good.
Good luck out there, Matt. And speaking of Matt Powers, I like how his livery is so beautiful.
It's so heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, he's a heartbreaker. Now that Cory's not here, we got a lot more singing.
Yeah.
Except I don't know any of those lyrics.
True.
But I wish Matt Powers was back in Formula Drift. That's my...
Or at least more
in my house and holding my hand.
There you go. In your pool.
In my pool.
There you go. I have a question here from Bus Tiao. Just more than a question, it's a request. It says, you need to do a driver on an ex-driver starring Cory Hosford.
Someday that will happen, I think.
Oh,
and I'm actually, and on the driver on driver topic, I actually am, the second we stop recording this podcast, going to get the Vaughn episode done. So I will release that before Formula Drift Orlando come heck or high-waisted jeans. Let's see. Max, and by the way, this is a new comment format we're kind of working on because last week, just for fun, we went down the list and just read them very fast. So we're going to do that again. So Max23653 says, someone needs to start making carbon fiber cameras to save weight. And that's in relation to Larry Chen and I bitching about camera weight. And they do make carbon fiber cameras, but they're all like red cameras and they all cost $30,000. So someday, what you got, Cory? Or Cory, yeah, Cory, what you got? I think his Bluetooth is broken.
Yeah, it's fine. Let him rest.
Yeah, he's been working really hard. And that's the thing too, is that Cory, he's probably really sleepy because he's been working on his BMW that he's ruining by putting over fenders and
he's getting ready for the over fender nationals.
He's got over fenders, it's got wheels, you name it. Pretty much fully souped up.
He's literally full of air suspension.
Is that a joke?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You have something for us?
Yeah. Can you turn that up real quick?
Uh-oh.
Turn that up.
Shame!
All right, thank you. Turn it back down.
Okay.
All right, good.
All right. We have Jamal Wilson on the YouTubes.
What's up?
Says, what's up, Jamal? Paco is one racist coming away from securing my vote for Trump.
Yeah.
He says, also, Trump plus Nalven 2016. Make America Paco free again.
Oh, God, I can't wait. Yeah, that comment really rips, dude.
There's something that we don't need to bleep, and I hope you're watching. Thank you.
Yeah, right there, buddy. Right there.
Thanks for the love.
Let's see. We have... I agree. Jeff Wiggins on YouTube says, I agree with Paco on the kids these days liking shitty cars.
Right?
Right. Well, someone else said in here.
There was
the other guy said, I'm a millennial. Who is it?
Oh, 650JBD says, I can confirm millennials like shit cars. I'm a millennial. And he says he likes Paco's he likes my Previa. God damn
Drink. All right, first of all, drink. Says it's the Previa van rule. And I hope you do this at home if you're at a place where you can drink like Monday morning on the way to your job. Just like crack open a beer and drink with us every time Paco mentions the van.
Yeah. And it was an accident, but it happened.
That's some real good salt there. 650 JDB can confirm millennials like shit cars. Because he's a millennial and he likes your shitty van.
He likes my shitty van.
All right, drink.
Salud. Salud, Cory.
Cory, drink up. You're already pretty sauced.
Drink your sauce.
No, he's already sauced.
Yeah, like you don't do that anymore, man. You have to drive.
Yeah. We have okay. We have some more. I'm trying to find a really terrible one that the problem with this new format that we read more, but now we have this moment where I
You want to read one of the hateful ones?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm actually specifically looking for one of the hateful ones, but it might have been deleted.
Huh. I don't know.
I didn't
it's
delete
right
it.
here.
All right, here we go.
You want me to read it or you want to read it?
No, why don't I take that over?
You go for it.
So,
You tell him, Sam.
Ayo.
Ayo,
I imagine
bitch.
that's how to say his name. He says, I cringe every time you guys start the speed round of questions. You never have the questions ready, and the guest rarely gives one-word answers quickly. I say next time you actually start a 60-second timer and drill the guest one after the other. I'll even try to help with some of your legwork. And then he does a bunch of questions that are pretty similar to the ones that we asked.
He's pretty much producing the show for us now.
And I think, honestly, now that Cory is possibly a bowl of spaghetti, I'm trying to really... I don't know, I'm searching in my soul.
The whole transmutation thing is still kind of like not
I
my
believe
thing,
that
but
Cory is still in there somehow, but I honestly, he's looking more and more just like a bowl of spaghetti sitting in front of us. And
don't let your eyes deceive you, man.
well, if Cory quits the show, AU, you seem to have a lot of good ideas. Or you know what, start your own Drift podcast, and then I'll leave comments about what kind of stupid questions you should ask.
There you go. I'm totally for that.
Do we have anyone asking us questions about? Oh, Sam at 42, Max 23653 says, Sam at 42 minutes, is your dog just staring at the wall and then walking in circles? First of all, it's not my dog. That's my roommate's dog. Hey, Brett. And
Hi.
His name is Fish, and he is a black pug. He's very old. He just, Brett and his girlfriend Sarah just rescued him. And
Not there right now.
and yeah, he probably was just walking in circles staring at the wall because as sweet as he might be, sometimes he's also got the intelligence of like a piece of broccoli.
It sounds just like him. Yeah. Man, there wasn't that many comments, even though there was some couple good ones. But
There's the usual comment of me interrupting people. What do you think about that?
what
do you think about that, though?
I totally agree.
Honestly, what I would think about
Sam!
comments like that would be to go shove it or
Well, I think you do.
I don't know. Like what I really think is that I wouldn't do that, and I've never prove it. How could you ever prove that I'd interrupt someone? You can't prove it. You can't
hate
prove it.
you.
Did you say you hate Jews?
Yes.
Oh my, Paco, stop. Oh God, we gotta delete this podcast right now. Where's Cory when you need him to keep us in line?
At least he's keeping us separated. Otherwise, we would probably be.
Is that another song we can sing? You gotta keep them separated. Hold on, let me find the notes on here.
Oh, get it, Sam. Get it.
Doing it a tie.
You
Come
out and play.
I nailed it.
the nail. Wow, you are gifted.
Speaking of gifted, there is an angry driver that I know of that won an event. The angriest guy I know.
He's not only angry, but he's also a little bit loco.
Loco en la cabeza.
I
know that
loco
word.
del coco. No de la mente. The Spanish version of Cypress Hill.
Jesus Christ.
There was an album in Spanish from Cypress Hill. I'm just quoting.
Vote Trump Nalven 2016. But Mad Michael, Angry Michael, Widette won Form of the Drift Japan.
And it was pretty epic. It was every single battle was second to none. It was amazing.
He's driving the Sad Bull in that one.
He's riding it's neutrally emotional.
Well, I forget
Bull.
what it is. Yeah.
It's the RX-7. It's still a 4-rotor turbo RX-7, I believe.
I am afraid of commenting on it because I do not know. But if you didn't already know by now, we are not talking to Angry Michael this episode, unfortunately. But I'd love to talk to him shortly, maybe after FD Orlando,
or maybe a bus in a little bit.
Maybe he'll win FD Orlando in what's the one called? Blue Bulls, his Formula Drift car. It's Blue Bulls.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit. Yep.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So maybe
I can totally see him winning, like after his performance in Atlanta and after seeing him in Japan.
Miata is so twitchy compared to the RX-7. Like whenever I watch a bit of his runs in Formula Drift Japan, and like he just seems so much more. He sets a line and he sticks to it. Whereas the Miata, I think, just because it's
Do you think the new Miata is a little bit less twitchy than the previous Miata from last year?
It's hard to say.
It seems, and at least to me, it seems like his new Miata is definitely a little bit more aggressive, more.
Yeah, I mean, he could have all the better parts. And there's so many things, but we will definitely try to talk to him.
Well, maybe
very soon.
if we could talk to somebody who has a car with a short wheelbase, you know.
Like a Peugeot or like a Fiat 500.
Or maybe a BMW E30.
Cory, what do you think about BMW E30s? Well, here we go.
Isn't
Cory
it?
is still just, you should really charge up that Bluetooth. Do you think anyone else knows about BMW E30 drifting?
I don't know. Maybe.
What's up?
Oh,
Oh, hold on. I think it's Cory calling us. I think his Bluetooth is definitely malfunctioning.
huh.
Cory, is that you?
Hello?
Hello? Cory.
Cory, did you fix your Bluetooth, or are you still working on your BMW?
What's that now?
This
Is this not Cory?
Huh?
Is this not Cory? Cory Hosford?
Cory Hosford?
Uh-oh.
It doesn't sound like him.
Doesn't sound like him. Who is this?
I think you have the wrong number.
Okay, bye.
Later.
Later.
No,
No, wait, one second. Listen, you sound familiar, though.
What do you know about BMWs and drifting? Nothing.
They're pretty terrible at it, apparently, considering I tried a couple of years of Formula D and had no success with it.
Wait a second. I know who is this.
Daigo.
Yes. I didn't know your English was that good, Daigo.
Yeah, I'm really good at English too, actually.
Wow.
No, it wasn't Daigo.
I've been faking it the whole time.
Oh no, this is June Meng.
Ah, the Junado.
Yeah. Why didn't that Z4 work very well for you, June?
Specifically because Maximum Driftcast, actually, it's all your guys' fault.
Wow. We've been blamed for many things, but
is
never
the
been
first.
blamed for such thing.
Yeah, this is new for us. But
Wait.
You know what it was? It was the wheelbase of the car that you guys obviously don't know.
Oh, that's right. We were just talking about short wheelbase cars.
wait, I remember at some point here early in this show's history, some jerk named Andy Hatfield, lead singer of Metallica,
Yes.
left a comment saying that we were incorrect about a BMW wheelbase length and that it was actually longer than like an S13. Is that who this is? Is this you, lead singer of Metallica?
Yeah. This is me. I enjoy calling people out on dumb shit.
Oh, there you go. Up to Neverland.
Off to Andy Hateley land, because that's who this is on the phone.
Oh, hey, Andy.
Hey, man.
Yo,
How's it going, man?
chilling, man. Chilling. Hanging out, getting loaded up for Top Drift. About
Nice.
to pull the car into the trailer and head on up to Willow tonight.
Oh, you mean like loaded up? But I thought you meant like you're getting hammered, just like full of booze.
Because we are.
We're not.
Wait,
actually.
one second. You were drinking a beer, too.
What's that?
You were drinking a beer
You drink beer?
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
Oh.
I bought beer specifically for this.
for drinking.
Yeah,
What are you doing again?
bought it specifically for this conversation.
No.
Oh.
What are you said you're packing up your car for AM Drift?
Top Drift.
Yeah,
Drift, excuse
for Top Drift. Yeah. Just got everything in the trailer. Just got to pull the car in and head on out of here.
And what are you doing with that series?
What's that?
Are you competing there? What are you doing there?
Yep.
So wait 1 second. Didn't you use round one of Southwest Drift?
Didn't you just won that?
Yes, I did.
So you're so hungry, man. So you're also going to compete on Top Drift.
That's another lead.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't pass up a competition on Horse Thief Mile for anything, man. That's my favorite track.
Does
Nice.
it feel good beating up on other drivers that like, oh, here's Mr. Fancy Pro 1 Formula Drift driver Andy Hatfield, and he's just beating up all these new kids of the sport. Does that feel good?
Yeah, it feels good. As good as it probably does for like the seasoned FD drivers to beat up on all the new kids coming to FD.
All right, well, that's a good response.
Sweet revenge.
So
Yeah.
you are driving in. So first of all, were you able to get your Pro 2 license this year? I don't know how that works. Or you just
Basically, I petitioned again for it, and they denied it,
Okay.
which is I'm at a loss for words of how they decide that process, really.
because they let Cory in, and Cory is a bowl of spaghetti, I think. So
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that like boggles my mind when I think about it. Because like I don't know, I asked them once and they were like, "Well, it's based off points," and then they denied it, and I had them like sort of evaluate the petition, and they denied it again, and told me again it was based off of points. And there's like I think 2 or 3 other drivers that competed last year that had less points than me that were approved. So it's obviously not based on points. I don't know.
who did you piss
I don't know.
off?
I don't know how they make the decision process. You know, I'm not going to sit there and ride over it. You know, I'm here to drift and have fun, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do. You know,
That is the right spirit, but who did you piss off?
what's that?
That's the right spirit, of course. I'm happy that you're out there to have fun. I think
Yeah.
you're stealing.
Yeah,
Vaughn's
man, I
line,
mean-
but
winning feels good, you know.
But why do you? If you could guess, if you want to get dirty with it, why weren't you in Pro 2 this year? If there's other people with less points in it.
You'd have to ask the higher ups at Formula D about that, honestly. I mean,
that we will, my friend. We will do that.
Hopefully, you get a better answer than I did. Because if they say it was based off points, that's complete bullshit. Because I know that there's other drivers that they passed that had less points, and other drivers that they passed, like Cory and Chris Ward, that had 0 points.
And Cory's only going to show up to 2 events, right, Cory?
What's that?
And Cory's only going to show up to 2 events, isn't that right? Bull Spaghetti.
Yeah, and if if they're looking to be a serious professional series, they shouldn't be. I don't know what Cory's deal was. I don't know if he said he was going to do all the events or not. But I mean, 2 events, it just seems. I don't know. It just seems like he's doing more of a demo than actually trying to go out there and compete. And that's what kind of we're all here to do, you know.
Did you send Ryan Sage an edible arrangement? Because I do know that is his vice. So if you have edible arrangements, like in strip malls, they have those fruit baskets. Yeah.
I mean, because Cory, he's a fruit basket.
Yeah.
Other than being a Bull Spaghetti, he's also a fruit basket.
Well, he sent an edible arrangement, as did every other Pro 2 driver. Did you not get that message that if you want to apply for Pro 2, your application must be in the form of an edible arrangement?
No, I didn't actually. I mean, does that be spelled out? Like you got to cut out all the words in inside fruit or what?
Correct. That's exactly right.
That's how it works.
So,
man.
well, at least next year after you beat up on a bunch of kids in the Pro-Am series. No, but so
that makes a lot more sense now. At least I have a definitive answer there.
At least I have some closure. Did you watch? Did you watch Formula Drift Atlanta Pro 2?
Yeah, I was spotting for Jeff Jones. I was there. I watched the Pro 2 round. It was, I don't know, a lot of people looked like they were having troubles with their cars. And I mean, the only people that were really standing out were Jeff and Ryan Little and Mark Linderville.
All dudes that had driven Pro 1 in the track before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people who had experience on that course before. And I don't know if that course, I don't know. I've driven it, drove it in 2014. It was my first time there. That was my second event in the E30, so I was unfamiliar with the car and unfamiliar with the course. And I don't know. I didn't put it off into kitty litter that bad, so I don't want to say anything about the drivers. I don't know what they were dealing with their particular cars. I know a lot of people had mechanical issues, but I mean, as far as the show, it was real bad.
Yeah, well, but we can agree. I mean, don't be afraid. I know you have some kind of bond with the other drivers, but we don't. We're assholes. And Pro 2 was definitely pretty hard to watch.
I didn't watch it, thankfully. So.
But you did play a pretty important role on Pro 2.
You did play a pretty important role. You were Jeffrey Indiana Jones's...
Jeff the Body Jones spotter, that's right?
Yes, indeed, man.
Nice,
it felt good to actually, win one weekend and then go out and spot for a winner the next weekend. It was pretty good.
Nice. Is it true that spotters take most of the credit for the victory?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I took the trophy home and everything.
Yeah, it's all for him.
What do you... Yeah. So it's actually, this is kind of interesting because I don't think we've ever talked to someone that has, I mean, I imagine a lot of the guys that we've talked to have spotted at one point in time, but nowadays, no one has done it recently except for you, I think. What do you tell people when you're spotting? Other than looking at other drivers throughout the day and maybe logging their data, right before the run, during the run, after the run, what do you say?
Before the run, whoever he's going up against, I'm giving him hints as to what I've seen the driver do on previous runs, so and also what I know the driver has a tendency to do just from knowing that specific driver, so there's certain drivers like when he's going up against Osbo, I knew that Osbo was going to take a very centered line through the first S's to maintain a high speed up the hill. He does it almost every time. He doesn't get even close to dropping a tire in that kitty litter ever. He maintains a center line, and he just rockets up the hill. And I was just making recommendations to him about where to get proximity and stuff like that. It seemed like a lot of drivers were throwing it away in the first corner and getting a lot of proximity on that entry, and then they lose them, and they wouldn't have that uphill chase. And an uphill chase is what I think the judges are looking for. When you see someone in Atlanta powering up that hill, and there's a car right behind him, that's a very difficult place to point your car to get your car there.
Yep.
And if you make any little mistake in those first couple corners, you're kind of screwed on that uphill charge. So I kept, telling him basically, to sacrifice a little bit on those first 2 corners and get that uphill charge, and just watch out for what other drivers are doing on the track, And then after the run, I'm pretty much telling him where his mistakes were, if anyone made mistakes behind him, and overall how the run looked, And it's hard to not be nice to your friends when you're trying to spot them, but you kind of got to let them know, what they're doing wrong. And Jeff's a good guy to deal with that, because he has no filter on him. So when I suck, he's going to tell me I suck, and when he sucks, I have no problem telling him that he sucks, So it's good to have that relationship with your driver. If you have someone like, your girlfriend or your dad or your mom or someone, family member spotting for you, they're obviously going to tell you you're doing great all the time, and that's not what you need to hear. You need to hear all those little mistakes, and you need someone who's going to be really critical of what you're doing on track.
Well, and that expert spotting made Jeff beat Osbo fair and square.
No, I think that's because Osbo defeated a tire.
Did you saw that? Like, man, it's fine. I know he's gonna debate a tire. I saw him earlier.
Yeah,
he's running 3 pounds of pressure on those puppies. Don't worry about it. You got this.
No, I didn't know. I didn't see that coming at all. Actually, I mean, I was.
Come on, dude. Don't be modest. We know
modest.
that you were watching. You had like the ambient air condition. You had like a very precise temperature gun, and you had it on Osbo's tire. You knew the guy that was working in the what tires?
Actually, I have secret
I
have these magnetic sensors that I put underneath the wheel wells of the competitor's car to measure their tire temperatures and tire pressures, so I know what they're doing. Yeah.
Well, congratulations either way on that.
Thanks. So congratulate Jeff, man. He's the one who did it.
Don't be modest.
Tell us a little bit about you, man. Like, I remember we were talking a little bit at the track in Vegas, and you were telling me you have quite a story, quite a background drifting.
Yeah, I mean, I started in 2003, basically.
Damn it. How old were you?
I'm 32.
So you used to be when you started?
I mean, when you think about it, everyone was the age before they are now. At some point,
I was about 19, 20, something like that when I started. My buddy just showed up here to help me push my broken daily back into the shop.
Oh, nice.
I gotta stay on the phone here for a minute with these guys.
Oh no, we'll wait. It's fine. I'm sure what you're doing is so much more important.
We'll take all the time in the world. Don't worry.
It's fine.
Go for
You're
it.
good right here. You're right here. Yeah. No, it's cool, man.
I'm kidding.
Cool.
What broken ass daily driver? We'll get back to that last question, of course. But what broken ass daily driver are you talking about right
shit.
now?
Hold on, Gonzo's gonna go nuts here for a second.
All right.
You want to hear him go nuts?
Can we talk to him?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Hey, Gonzo.
Does he have a? What is that?
It's Gonzo. That's his team manager.
No, that sounds like.
Go get him.
Does he have a?
Yeah, he's loud.
Dude,
is that too loud?
Was that
yeah, we can totally hear him.
Was that like a child hostage you have tied up, or was that what was that noise?
What's that?
What was that noise? What's a Gonzo?
That was Gonzo going nuts over my friend showing up here.
Sam has no idea who or what is Gonzo.
What's that?
What is a Gonzo? Is that you have a Muppet?
Gonzo is a wolf Malamute. He's a 75% silver wolf, and the rest is Alaskan Malamute.
How much dire wolf?
100% of love, though.
Oh, Paco.
Yeah.
100% pure love.
There you go.
It's a singing episode because Cory's not here.
Yeah, dude, that's...
Where were we before that? Before I interrupted?
What's that?
Where were we before
We're talking about your beginnings.
I guess I didn't interrupt. No,
beginning
the car
of drifting.
interrupted.
Yeah. Started in about 2003. My first event was March of 2004, and that was a U.S. drift event. And Taka and Hero were there. I remember seeing them do tandem, and I was just blown away. That was in my stock 350Z. I started drifting up in the canyons, so up in Malibu, and doing all that dumb stuff. And,
you mean toga?
The toga.
Yeah. That's what the cool kids call it.
Yep.
For me, I grew up out near a lot of those roads, so pretty much almost every night I'd be up there just driving around and looking for cars to beat.
What area?
Up in sort of Malibu area, like where the Rock Store is, that super famous road, pretty much.
What
that was road? Like? What's that?
What was the road name again?
The Rock Store.
The Rock Store. Huh. I'm not looking for places to drift illegally.
No, it's where Tanner did his video in the TC back in the day. It's a really famous spot, but it got kind of blown up in the last couple of years. But I used to be up there, from 2003 to 2006, I'd say I was up there almost every night in the Z until the residents got really mad. And
there's a bunch of private houses on that road, and
yeah, well, if you go up in the middle of the night, it's not too bad. But the residents got a little upset, especially after I got exhaust and stuff.
Yeah. What kind of car you said?
A VQ sounds so obnoxious.
What's that?
You were in a 350Z?
Yeah, my stock 350Z back then.
Yeah. Tell me about the car. So you're doing some straight up illegal street sharking and FBI / cops, whoever you are, anywhere if you want to incriminate Mr. Andy Hatfield. Right now is the time. Andy, tell me about the illegal things you did. So the illegal mods. Start with the illegal mods to your car.
Sorry, it's hard to hear you. What?
Start with the illegal mods on your car, Andy.
Illegal mods on my car?
Yeah, let's get all the evidence down.
on the Z?
Yep.
The Z was stock, actually. It had Techno Square ECU, and
not stock.
I used to go up there. Well, it was a Techno Square ECU reflash, so it was still a stock ECU. It just had like a higher rev limit and like a little bit more power.
Do you have that? Do you have the Platinum Spacer?
No, back then. Not back then.
Like that's like the most basic thing in 350Z.
So wait, you didn't have any coilovers. You didn't have an upgraded diff. I don't know how the stock rear diff.
No, I had the stock diff, the viscous diff. I actually qualified
for Enthusiast package?
In that car too.
Hold on,
you have the Enthusiast package?
What package?
The Enthusiast with the LSD.
Yeah, I actually had the performance package.
Okay.
So it was
there you go.
Step up from that with the LSD. But
what did you say about qualifying in that thing?
I got I earned my D1 license in that car completely stock at Irwindale back in the day. That was February of 2005.
What?
And I got Suchiya to do a little ooh, and it was pretty good day. That was the first day that I realized that I was like, I'm gonna take this drifting thing kind of seriously, and
So you did compete on D1.
Yeah, that was before FD really existed. That was 2000.
How that went for you?
It was awesome. I loved it. It was cool to drive with all the guys that you'd seen in all the videos.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really kind of surreal to be tandeming with Nomokin in my stock car that I drove to the track that day. After watching D1 and being obsessed with with all these drivers, they were the epitome of drifting at that point. So there were no Von Gittens or Chris Forsbergs or Ken Gushis or anybody else. It was those guys. They were the best. So
you're just saying like those guys were there, but they weren't the best yet. They were just kind of dudes.
What's that?
Well, I mean they were around in 2005. You said.
Yeah, that was 2005, February 2005, when I earned the FD or the D1 license.
When did FD start? Before that, FD was before that.
I think FD started in 05 or 06.
I think it was about next year.
No, because we're in year 13 right now.
We just talked to Sage about that. He said
Chris
was part of it, and then
Chris is gonna nail us on this one. How many years
we're definitely gonna.
I gotta look this up right now because FD was right around then, anyways. But no, that's totally relevant. It was just right around then. But I know DC is like the 12th or 13th year. I should really know.
Yeah, because I earned the FD license in 2006, about halfway through the season. So that was for like a VH1 thing for Nick Hogan, actually.
Oh,
so okay. We got to get into it because I imagine most fans that are younger than me that have only been following drifting for 3 or 4 years. So you were there obviously early on, which I didn't know up until this conversation with you. But so where did you go from there? D1, you got your license, then D1 ended shortly after, unfortunately. And then
pretty much. They stopped doing U.S. events pretty much right after that. They tried their little U.S. series. That didn't really work. I did one of those events out in Jersey. Ended up making top 8 when Tanaka's, I believe it was his, I got a picture of it. It was his WRX, that Team Owner's WRX, broke the transmission, and I ended up making top 8 in that one in the Z. And then, after that, kind of D1 kind of fell off the radar,
And then did you try to get into Formula Drift?
Yeah, I did. I did the second half of the season of Formula D in 2006, and the second half of the 07 season as well, because I was actually out of town on vacation when Long Beach and stuff was going down. So I came and talked to Andy Luck about getting back in the series, and he was very accepting for it. So I hopped back in and did the rest of the season.
So my mind is kind of blown right now because we've never talked before this podcast. Paco's obviously talked to you a little bit, but I had no idea that you had been around before Orange E30 BMW days.
Spin places.
Do you think that's do you think that am I alone in this? Do other people? Am I crazy for not knowing that Andy Hateley has been around for a long time?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't do anything like really notable back in the day. You know, I wasn't like a top winning driver or anything like that. So, you know.
But what drove you? Sorry, what drove you then to say, you know what? I'm done with this. I want to be.
That was the next
want to
question.
be the very best.
Well, so you did a couple season or a couple rounds that year, and then where'd you go? You kept doing it, or you obviously stopped at some point for a little while?
Yeah, I took a break from like 2008 till about 2010, and I started building the E30 around then. Kind of decided if I was going to have a decent Formula D car, I was going to have to learn how to build it myself. So learn how to weld and learn how to do all the basic fabrication stuff to build myself a car.
What does an FD driver do when he decides to take a break? How did you? Not that you're making money doing FD at the time, because if you do,
I messed with RC cars a lot, and I had a girlfriend that took up a lot of my time.
Big mistake,
girls. Every true street racer knows that you got to choose cars or girls. You can't have both.
Yeah, man. Either you got to have the right girl, or and she was into cars too, and that just honestly it makes it worse because that's to the point where I'm buying tires for an event and she's asking me to buy her tires for the event, and then I'm just, oh man.
Wow.
I approve of equal rights, and girls should buy their own tires.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So why the E30? What made you go that route?
Yeah, so you're out of. Sorry, I'm just gonna add piggyback onto this. So you're out of Formula Drift for 2 years, and you're like, I'm gonna get back into this.
The E30 was like a project that was kind of a long time coming. The first, idea of doing the E30 was back in the SR days, and I wanted to SR swap one. And then the V8 days sort of came, and I was about V8 swapping one, and it took a while for me to get a car and get the project rolling. But it all kind of came from my buddy Chris, who I used to race in the canyons with the Z, and he had an E30 that he would just drive the living shit out of. And me and him and my other buddy Jason, who had an Evo, we would just like destroy the canyons, full road race all over the lines, locking up front brakes, almost sliding into each other.
It's like a clip from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we were doing some dumb shit up there. And we would get away with it. And just watching that car, he would always take the lead. And watching him trail brake into the corners and the thing just kick sideways, and he would just power through it.
Nice.
No power steering or anything like that. And he had an ETA, which was the lowest horsepower model of the E30, and except for the 318 actually.
Those were the days, son.
But yeah, it was more of that, watching how the car drove and the fact that he could drive the crap out of the car and it responded so well. So that's what kind of got me into him, and sort of continued from there. And I always liked how the car looked. I always loved boxy cars, you know. So as far as styling goes, it's basically a shoebox with headlights, which I kind of like,
Did you have a montage when you were racing on the mountains? Like, did you weren't very good at some point, but then like some songs played and you like went from zero to hero over the course of like a couple minutes, just through like a nice heroic song?
It's never too late.
Kenny Loggins coming through the danger zone.
Exactly.
Right there you go.
Some Stan Bush or Kenny Loggins, and there's like some fishermen on the pier that are like shaking their heads like, oh, he's no good. And then suddenly you get it right, and they're like, all right.
Oh, yeah,
because someone gave you your car, right? They gave you your E30, and they're like, oh, I trust you with this expensive car. Learn how to drift.
He told you, I'm not going to let you drive a Hyundai.
Yeah, you're a driver now. And you owe me. You work for me now, Hatfield.
No, man, we had some good races up there too, man, that were full organized and just, like stuff out of Initial D or Fast and the Furious,
like
people,
Yakuzas there.
People crashing their cars and messing their stuff up, and that was just.
That's nice.
How did the police deal with it? Did they show up at all in the beginning, and then how did it end? I guess.
What do you mean?
So, did police come first of all?
What?
Did police ever come?
Did what ever come?
Cops, the fuzz.
Oh, the cops? No, I never got busted up there. I've almost gotten busted a couple times. I've talked my way out of it.
No, sir.
But,
I just lost control due to my old car, and I
No,
saved it.
My tires are pretty
you gotta
old.
you have to be completely honest with them. Honestly, is the best way to do
That's right.
it.
He's in California.
I was trying to fuck around and drift around in a corner in this
Pretty
mountain
much.
road.
I mean, I've straight up told cops that, and I'm like, listen, this is what I love to do. When I can't get out to the track very often, I kind of need to get my rocks off somehow.
And they give you a noogie and tell you to go on your way.
Pretty much.
Oh,
They-
you.
Oh, you.
It was to the point where I was showing him the lockup marks for my front brakes, locking him up into a corner when I was running from him, because I was running and I made these quite quick left and a quick right down a residential
Jesus,
street.
kids.
And he sees this long mark and he asked me, he's like, were you drifting right here? And I was like, no, that's front brake for sure.
Little
And he's
further.
like, okay, have a good night.
And I want to say to all the kids that have
Cool.
possibly listened to the show, don't do. Do you recommend this sport to kids? The illegal street mountain drifting toge times?
No, the learning curve is
you.
very short, and
now you will not get away with this, right? Because
you won't. Honestly, there's a lot of cops up there now.
yeah, this was a different time, and I am encouraging future drifters, of course. But
What's
as I said, I am encouraging future drifters to learn how to drift. But the mountain
do it on the
roads
streets.
are not only extremely dangerous because multiple times, Andy, you could have flown off a cliff and killed yourself and/or your passenger if you had one.
Yep.
Or maybe you just hit a nighttime bike rider because those guys are weirdos.
Oh,
and
I
they do it.
crashed with Pat Mordaunt in the car up there. You can ask him about that if you ever
Oh,
interviewed
we
him.
have to talk to
There's
him.
so many stories. But yeah, so
But
today
we've seen those horror like horrific videos from Paisa Drift.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
those are all in the middle of the day though, and there's like full sunlight and.
Yeah, those guys,
those guys.
definitely aren't doing it right. I would go up there by myself most of the time. It was just me. I didn't have a big crowd of people around or anything. It wasn't. But I mean, it's highly not recommended just because it's dangerous and all that. But I mean, you learn so much more on the track.
Did the cops?
I noticed that after my
Let him finish.
after my first my first drifting event, and then my second one, and coming back up to the canyons and like really having a hold of the car and knowing what the car is going to do at any given moment,
Yep.
you just learn so much more at actual track events when you're not sitting there looking over your shoulder the entire time.
But it was fun, yeah.
Did the cops ever approach you and told you, "Hey kid, we've seen you driving those roads. We could use you on the force.
Oh, nice.
What do you say?"
At this point, I'd be kind of down. It'd be fun.
There you go. So maybe we can say Andy Hateley, 2017, joining the fuss.
See, I fucked up in buying my WRX. Or maybe I'm only still alive because I bought my WRX, because we did the same thing on our closest thing that was a Toga. And it was like a canyon road that led to a lake for Arizona people that know what that is. And we would just, we do the same cat and mouse sort of thing, but it was just me and a couple other dudes at WRXs doing it. And the near-death experiences we had with just all-wheel drive, but granted, we weren't trying to drift around corners. We were just trying to go as fast as we possibly could. I probably would have died if I had rear-wheel drive, though. I've thought about that, is that I am probably not skilled and probably too reckless. It's amazing that you and Mr. Patrick Mordaunt are still alive after in the Toga, because I feel like if I had a rear-wheel drive car when I was on my own little tiny Toga, I would have died. And thankfully, due to the almighty power of the WRX, I did not die.
Yeah, it's about life in general. It's about risk management. That's the way I approach life.
Yeah.
And if you see something that you think ain't right, then you probably shouldn't do it. For the most part, when I'm doing dumb stuff with my car, it's because I feel perfectly comfortable with it. I approach it the same way I approached, skateboarding when I was younger. If I felt like I was going to smash my nuts on that handrail, I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you should have done it, you pussy.
That's exactly what my friends would have said.
There you go.
I approach it in the same way. It's all just about managing that risk and knowing what to do in the moment, kind of thing. And that's, I think, like what we thrive on. As far as drifters, I know like the dangerous stuff. It's way dangerous up in the canyons and all that, but it's also dangerous doing the stuff we do on the track. And I think that's
less dangerous.
It's the reason why we do it, really, is because it's dangerous. If there was no danger involved, it would be, a game. It would be a board game.
Yep. Hey, man. So, you are definitely set to annihilate everybody on Pro-Am this year.
Hopefully.
Are we going to see you back in Formula Drift if you get your license this year?
Yeah, definitely. I'm working back towards Pro 2. I'd like to get back into that. I don't know if I want to do the whole series, especially if they're including that. If I get back into Pro 1, I'm saying I don't know if I want to do that just because of the Canada round and everything's just freaking expensive now, man.
Yeah. That was actually that's a good lead into the next question I had is because we had debate on a previous show. How much does it actually cost to run Pro-Am?
Pro-Ams,
Just one
varies.
series.
I mean, there's a big variance there. If you're gonna run it, and be very serious about it, and bring good tires and a good car and all that stuff, it's gonna be more expensive than the guy who is bringing, a regular SR swapped, S13 on some hard tires that are gonna last him, more than 3 laps.
Give us a number,
a rough number,
top and bottom number. I don't know.
I'd say 10 to 20.
That's what I fucking said.
I said 15.
No, I thought you were one of the guys saying it was cheaper than that, Paco.
No, I said 15 to 20. I remember I was saying that between Chris and I, we came up a number between 15 and 20.
It may have been Cory then, who was like just trying to.
And it also depends on how good you are at getting sponsorships and all that stuff too.
Yep.
I mean, if my tires were free, it'd be a lot cheaper. But I was on the racer program with Falcon, and I was paying $70 a tire, so that increases the budget, and then I don't have a fuel sponsor, so that increases the budget. All those expendables that you're going through at each event, those are what kind of add up. And it also depends on the traveling too. I mean, if you live in Rosamond and you're doing Top Drift, it's not going to cost you a whole lot, But if you live in San Diego and you're doing Top Drift and you're doing Vegas Drift, you're going to be out a chunk of change just in fuel.
So after doing 2 years of Formula Drift, you did both all the rounds last couple of years, right?
Yeah. I did all the rounds. I did Pro 2 and Pro 1 in 2014, and I did Pro 2 in 2015.
What would you say? Like the budget spikes 4 times the Pro-Am?
I'd say that's about accurate. Yeah.
So we're not that wrong.
No, yeah. So you're saying that if you want to run a full Pro-Am season, you should have to run a competitive Pro-Am season.
Yeah.
You should probably have. At the bottom end, $50,000. Let's just throw it out there.
Yeah.
And at the top end,
something like that. I don't like talking about those numbers because then I feel terrible.
But that's the hard reality. Like that's important though, because I think it's really important that.
No, it is, and that's one of the things I really am liking about this new Southwest Drift series, the fact that it's a traveling series. That really prepares the drivers for what they're going to see as far as hotels and traveling expenses and getting your team out to middle of Colorado or somewhere where you're really unfamiliar with being. So when you're doing that's another thing too. Is certain programs are not preparing their drivers as well as they should. I love Top Drift, I love their series and all, but the tracks aren't fast enough, and there's not enough variety. And when you have a guy, if you go to Willow Springs and you run Horse Thief and you run the 2 ovals that they have and you run Balcony, and then you go to Atlanta or you go to Irwindale, that's a big step up. Like a huge step up.
Yeah.
And even when they tried to do back in 2012, they did kind of like an Atlanta course at the Streets of Willow, where they used the big long straightaway. They gave them enough room to get going, 90 miles per hour before entry, and just about every driver was sandbagging the whole straightaway. And once I get to around the initiation point, they'd punch it up to 60 or so and then initiate, and nobody was actually coming in hot.
Yeah.
And so they stopped doing that round, and I think that's a pity because it just doesn't give the experience to the drivers. And when you look at a series like Thunder Drift, where they have a really nice facility and a pretty high-speed track, I think that's where you're seeing the best drivers come out of, are the ones that have that high-speed experience, because there's no Formula there's no Formula Drift track that's like Balcony or a second-gear oval like Walt James Stadium. So it's hard to say. That's one of the reasons why a lot of these Pro 2 guys, when they came out to Atlanta, they just didn't do so hot, because they're not used to it.
Just real quick. So the last round of Southwest Drift is gonna happen here in Phoenix. It's gonna be the same track as Pro 2 from the Drift Pro 2.
Yes, indeed.
That actually kind of gives you a better idea of what you're gonna be dealing with, right?
It's a really boring fucking track. I hate main course.
No, but it's gonna be XZC layout. It's a lot faster.
Yeah, so I've never successfully driven that, so I hate it.
Oh yeah, you have to do XZC.
It's obviously the track's fault if I can't link the course. So
yeah, I mean I can understand that.
Right.
So what we're gonna send you off into the cold night here in a minute. But what is your goal right now? Your goal is to be the very best in the world. Is your goal to have fun? Where do you see yourself in a couple years?
Just having fun drifting, man. I enjoy being out there with my friends. I enjoy the competition. I enjoy winning. It sucks to lose, but that's part of the game,
So do you see yourself in Pro 1 punching Chris Forsberg and Vaughn and Ryan Sage in the face and sitting on top of your bright orange BMW laughing and crying?
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome.
Perfect.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, we have a couple of comments and questions here from the Instagrams directed exclusively for you. These are questions tailored.
Dude, wait, first of all, do you guys have one from Iron Dookie?
Yeah,
he knows about Dookie.
I guess you saw it, right?
Dude, I just know that guy comes up with the best goddamn questions ever.
He is a better journalist than I and my 4-year degree are.
He has
I think you guys should have him as a guest on the show. I'm just, I'm throwing that out there.
We should probably have him as a guest correspondent, reporting live from his backyard.
Dookie from the streets.
That's actually a really good idea.
Back to you, Dookie. Well, he's had a pretty heavy question here. I don't know if I should ask it or not, but I'm still gonna go for it.
The heavier, the better.
And it says Iron Dookie on the Instagram is asking Andy, cookies, brownies, cake, or ice cream?
Oh shit, Dookie! Bow, 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 bow. Drop it.
Reg.
I'm gonna go with brownies because I had a brownie last night.
Pop brownie or a regular brownie?
No, regular brownie.
Do you like to eat pop brownies before you go drifting?
Nah, that's not a good idea.
One time I ate a pop brownie at a park, and then I drove my car. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, I would recommend that.
I ripped off the side skirt on my WRX, my 2WRX, going into the driveway. So don't do that, kids.
Yeah, not smart.
We have another question from MA Wagon Racer. Says, what does Gonzo do to prepare for an event?
Gonzo? He actually gets really kind of depressed when I start loading up the trailer because he knows that he's going to get zero attention the entire weekend and have to sit in the trailer most of the time.
Well, give him his spotting headphones.
Yeah, and tell that dog to suck it up.
Get him a hard card. Come on.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah,
I can try and do that.
Oh, that's good.
What else you got?
We all know Gonzo is your team manager, so
now I know. Gonzo's a dog, by the way, not a Muppet. Does your dog have a big blue nose dick? Is that why you call him Gonzo?
No, but I do have a Gonzo hand puppet that is pretty much the same thing. It's pretty awesome.
Please make a post and tag us.
Yeah.
We'd like to see that.
For sure.
All right, get one more out to Andy, and then we'll...
I don't understand this question, but maybe you do.
Mm-hmm.
From Jay DeMario.
It says, now that Gucci is free, what are your plans? Do you understand that? Gucci.
Now that Gucci is free?
Yeah. Do you know what that means?
What does that mean?
Like the handbag manufacturer, I'm guessing?
The what?
We assume that maybe this was some inside joke between this guy and you, now that Gucci, the handbag manufacturer, same name as that, is free. Do they mean that you're going to be sponsored by handbags? This is a really shit question.
Yeah.
Right,
I know. But my buddy Alex Olson, he's a pro skater. He did this thing for Gucci a while back, which is pretty funny.
Well, there you go. Bring Gucci into the drifting scene, man.
I've always said we got to get some mainstream brands into Formula Drift.
Dude, so. I'll throw that Gucci leather in there.
Yeah,
still got leather door panels. So
get the Gucci hood on that thing.
Yeah, why not?
Well, let's throw it out there.
One last one.
Which one, Paco?
From Mr. Steal Your Dog.
Oh, no.
He says, watch out. Andy, remember that time at Hoonigan when your dog jumped on me and we had Hurt film it? Because I do, Andy. I do. Did Gonzo raped Mr. Steal Your Dog?
Or did he rip his throat out?
I don't know. He's jumped on a lot of people before.
Oh, my God.
So that's pretty much his introduction process is like, I'm going to smell your feet and then jump on you.
If you can't tame your dog, how can you tame the savage beast that is a V8 EV30?
What's that?
If you can't train your dog, or you can't tame your dog, how could you tame the savage beast that is a V8 LS BMW E30?
I can tame both, actually.
Ooh.
And I have.
And
I don't always tame beasts, but when I do, it's an E30 with a V8.
I don't understand the reference, Paco.
The most interesting man in the world.
Who's that?
Just some guy.
Andy?
He is the most interesting BMW driver in the world.
Not Cory, because Cory right now hasn't spoken at all this episode.
Yeah.
I'm really starting to think that he might just be a bowl of spaghetti and not actually Cory Hosford. But they look so similar that I can't tell who.
This prank that Cory's been playing on us
E30s now.
is going too long.
Yeah.
Have you seen his boss kit? He's been
the Pandem thing. I like it and I don't like it at the same time. Like there's certain parts of it, like that body trim line that they kept along the door.
Yours is a DTM, isn't it?
Yeah, DTM Fireworks. I'm a huge fan of removing that door trim and smoothing it out. I think the car looks way better after that. But I understand where he was going for it, trying to make it work with sort of the factory bumpers, because honestly, the car in factory form looks best with those stock bumpers.
It looks unchanged.
Yeah.
Looks best unchanged, I should say.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'd like to see that same kit just without that door line and see what it looks like. I think that would improve it a lot. But I see where they're going with it, because that whole style is keeping those factory lines. And
we might see some of that happening in the future.
Well, on a scale from 1 to completely ruined, how completely ruined is it?
Cory's car.
I got to see it finish.
Well, it is finished. The thing about Cory and putting on body kits is, I don't know if you noticed by his Facebook, Instagram, he just likes to leave them unpainted and then masking tapes them onto the car.
I saw that. That looks
that's finished.
Pretty.
That's all he's got.
Yeah. Two color, like black fenders.
Black fenders, blue tape.
Yeah, red
on the
paint.
Car, good to go.
Yep. Original wheels all tucked in. He's looking for that very nice and tuck wheel fitment. Mm-hmm. I think they call it Hella Tuck.
Hella Tuck? Yeah, that's what I say.
No, Hella Tuck.
Hella Tuck.
Come on, and again the program.
You act like you've been in the scene for so long, but you don't even know what Hella Tuck is. Well, Andy, it's been a pleasure talking to you and Gonzo, the Muppet Blue Dick Dog.
Yeah. Indeed. Enjoy talking crap out of me when I hang up.
Dude, for reals, your car, I think, is one of the sexiest cars that has ever been on Formula Drift. And I've heard many of the organizers and commentators and people involved, and they agree with me. Like it really, like we'd like to see your car back.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'd love to get back, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, and good luck this weekend, man. Get two licenses. How about that?
I did it in 2012. This year I was going to try for 3, honestly, because in 2012 I earned it both in Top Drift and Vegas Drift.
Will that bring you straight to Pro 1?
What's that?
If you get 2 Pro 2 licenses, can you trade that for one Pro 1?
That was the year that they started Pro 1. So 2014 they actually had no Pro 2, and then 2015 they started Pro 2.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
No. 2014 they had Pro 2.
But that's what I'm saying. If you win both Southwest and Top Drift this year, you get two licenses. Just ask them to bump you straight to Pro 1.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go.
What's it like having too much money?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, man. Well, you enjoy your piles of fat Pro 2 money and enjoy sleeping in your tiny car.
And I'm winning a lot more now that I'm doing the Pro-Ams, honestly.
Enjoy not using turn signals and driving slow and in very fast lanes, or driving super fast on local tiny roads.
Yeah, and right after I cut you off, I'll do that little wave to make sure it's all okay.
Please, yeah, all those very nice things that only BMW drivers enjoy doing.
I hope you park at Costco, and I'm going to leave my shopping cart extremely close to your car.
Yeah, and all those things will be with my cell phone stuck to my ear.
Nice, dude. All right, well,
and I'll just look over at you and then look away.
Have a great dang night, you damn BMW jerk.
Hey, man, guys. Nice talking to you, bro.
Yeah, nice talking to you guys.
Hey,
Take
have a
it
good
easy,
night.
all right?
Bye,
Big fan
Gonzo.
of the show, dude. Keep it coming. And Sam, I have something for you to do. You ever seen the interview where they do the schoolyard insult game between Matt Damon and Will Ferrell?
Uh-oh.
Nope, but I want to.
Okay, watch that. You
Okay.
need to do that with driver on driver. It needs to be driver versus driver.
All right, I'm into it.
Schoolyard insult style, like nothing serious, just like your driving sucks. And then like your car sucks. Like that type of thing back and forth.
Well, you know that my show is unscripted, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
100% real emotion, real die-hard feelings.
Hardcore journalism.
That's what makes it real, man. I cried last time I watched it.
Cool, man. Well, if I can make you cry again, let me know.
It's all right.
Hey, man, have a good night, brother.
All right, dude. You guys take it easy.
You too, man.
Later.
Later.
He said he really wants us to insult him, but I will not give him that privilege.
Well, Cory, you insult him.
Correct.
Come on.
Corey's the king of sick burners. Corey, what you got?
Jesus, he's not.
He's off his game tonight.
Yeah,
I
no,
give
definitely
him a break. He smells like kind of like tomatoes, artificial tomatoes, and he doesn't taste very good tonight. I usually taste Corey at least once an episode, but this one kind of tastes like cold canned spaghetti.
I saw you touching Cory plenty of times while we were talking to Andy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really not sure about this whole Corey situation because, well, he is funnier than he normally is this episode. He looks different. It's different. There's something off.
I think it's all that BMW thing getting on his head.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what it
just
is.
makes him really saucy and fit into a small household bowl, and
He's just being very noodly.
his noodle is off.
Yeah.
What did you think of Andy Hatfield? I got to come up with a better shitty nickname than that. Kind of
Andy
disappointed.
Hatfield?
Yeah,
He sounds like his name's pretty much saying he hates everybody.
he hates Matt Field.
He hates Matt Field.
Right.
He hates Pat Mordaunt.
Yeah, he tried to kill him on the
They try to kill him. He hates the police. He lies to the police all the time. Tell them
Yeah.
like, no sir, I wasn't drifting. My car's just skid because it has shitty old tires. He's definitely willing to abuse the other drivers on pro-ams. Like he straight up told us like, yeah, I just want to, get there and kick ass and
hurt people.
yep.
Well, I wish I could talk to someone who runs like a drift event and see what they think.
I find it pretty hard to get like 2 calls in the same day, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. Wow.
It would appear that we just are getting calls. Why are we so popular now that Corey's
I don't know,
so
man.
quiet? Oh,
Well, let's see who's this.
Let's see. Who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
God, finally.
Oh, my God.
I'm not sure who I'm speaking with, but I need to get in touch with the manager. I've been on hold for 6 weeks.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh.
just been listening to like shitty music and infomercials. It got kind of old. Was told it might be worth it. But yeah, about 6 weeks, guys.
I'm really apologize, sir. Give me 1 second while I connect you to a service representative.
No. I do not want to get put on hold again. I will not be put on hold again.
Thanks for holding. We really appreciate your customer service time here. Please remain on the line, and we will respond with the soonest
I've waited
representative.
this long. I'm not going to hang up now.
Hello, this is the manager. I'm sorry you had to speak to that immigrant worker on the phone previously. I'm important now. Who is this? Go ahead.
I don't
Hello?
even know if this is a real person anymore. If it's a real person, there needs to be like a capture or something.
No, we can assure you. We are definitely not answering machines at this point. You're talking to a real person now.
You're talking to 3 real people. Not one of us is a bowl of spaghetti.
And this is Paco right here. This is my co-host, Sam.
And Cory Hosford with the jokes.
Yes.
Cory, introduce yourself.
Cory's being a little bit weird tonight.
Yeah, Cory's kind of acting up, and I tried to explain to our last guest that Cory, even more than usual, like is talking less and looking much more like a bowl of spaghetti. So we're not even sure if Cory's here right now, but we're
It's
still.
just like it's a slow transformation. I feel like he's maybe gone a little bit too hard on the spaghetti.
Oh.
Right.
I don't think it's been that slow as of today. I think it's starting to become very noticeable.
So wait, who is this?
Well,
Why are you trying to reach?
That has me concerned. That has me concerned for the entire internet community because it was astounding how many people actually posted pictures of creative cheap spaghetti dishes.
You saw that, huh?
Our fans, may they be few, they are strong.
I did, yeah. In fact, I believe SpaghettiOs was trending on Twitter.
Wow.
Because of us. Yeah, we are that big now. And we're so big. Why are you calling us?
Who is this?
Why do I care? Who are you?
Please tell us.
Well, my name is Nick Swan, and I am
a swan.
I don't even know have an official title. I guess I do a bunch of different stuff. What
do you do?
Give us all of them.
I work for the Midwest Drift Union, based out of Indianapolis. So we do we're a Formula D Pro-Am feeder series. Have been. This is our 7th year now.
Damn.
6th year. 7th year. 2010 was our first year. I'm not gonna math for you guys. Whatever.
So you're a liar right off the bat here, is what you're trying to say? Is that you?
Yeah, but none of this is on record, right? This is just you and I, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay, this is a private
email servers.
No, I also work for Fortunato North America. We make custom hand-built coilovers here in Richmond, Virginia, where I live now. Nice. And a few other things. Yeah, I work with just a handful of different event coordinating series.
Like what?
Stuff like that. This year, same as last year, I'm working with the Street Driven Tour staff, doing some on-track operations for those guys.
Isn't that JoJo Redman's series?
Yeah, with JoJo Redman.
You know JoJo Redman?
Yeah, he knows apparently.
I do know of JoJo. I haven't seen him. He's not. I don't think he likes to sweat or be on his feet often. So he's usually somewhere where there's air conditioning and internet. So.
It's so funny because I assume that he's just a very sweaty guy just by the sound of his voice.
Right. I think it's just a screen name. I think Joey Redman is simply a screen name.
He might not even be a real person, huh?
His name is JoJo Sweatman?
Right. No, I would believe that.
There you go.
So you run all these, or you're participating in, you what's the term I'm looking for? You contribute to all these drift series.
Yeah.
Why? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing?
Man, honestly, it was just one of those things that kind of clicked in the first couple of years. It's odd because the majority of people that get into drifting are drawn to it. They want to drive, which is cool. You know, that's what the community is built on. But no, I mean, early on, I realized my place and my role in the community was kind of behind the scenes and on track, and any chance to get an opportunity to work with a good series that is, that has the right focus and is doing good stuff for the community, I like to get on board. Along with the stuff I mentioned earlier, I'm also working with the Good Life team this year, doing a couple of events with them, the music and motorsports festivals, one in the Midwest, one at Road Atlanta, where Formula D was earlier this month.
Nice.
So what is Grid Life? And then I guess we'll start with that. What is Grid Life?
Grid Life is, simply put, it's just a festival. It's anything from road racing to drift demo, car show, and it brings in a lot of local artists, musicians. So with the Midwest Festival, there's a lot of EDM and I guess I'm probably going to get called out for this, like the dubstep crowd or whatever.
Techno house trap.
Scene, but yeah, I mean, the kids love it, so let's give the kids what they want, right?
Dude,
Nice.
I like it too.
Yeah,
it's fine.
We're kids.
So okay, cool. Yeah.
We were all kids at one point.
Kids. We understand
At one point.
We understand millennials.
I understand how trends work.
There you go.
And do you drift yourself?
I've got friends that are either nice enough or dumb enough. I haven't decided yet to let me drive their cars. So I do get occasional track time. I enjoy it, but it's I don't want to blow my money on a race car. I'm just gonna put it straight up. Like I don't want to.
What do you blow your money on?
That's the difference between a smart man and us dumb, stupid drifters.
Racing is never smart for anyone that has a budget.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good investment.
It is a wealthy person's sport, and if you have a budget, you should probably not be involved. Unless I don't know. I mean, a lot of the kids that are going to come into these things are kids that have a Miata that they're driving home, or a 240 if they were able to buy one before they cost $10,000. So what is your goal? Why are you doing this? Do you love the sport? You love money? You money hungry?
No. There's just as a driver, it's not for the money. There's no money in this. It's honestly, man, it's for love of the game. I love what I do. I love the people. I love the places it's taken me, the opportunities that it's put in front of me. Yeah, I mean, everything about it, I just really, really enjoy. And just as of this past fall, Fortunato, they took a chance on me and gave me an opportunity. And so that was kind of like the last piece of the puzzle for me to really feel established and complete. Because for the past, almost a decade now, I was balancing an irrelevant Monday through Friday job back in Nashville, Tennessee, where I'm originally from. And there was so much, man. I was traveling so much. I was taking on so many new events and responsibilities and roles, and it just got to the point where it was almost impossible to balance a normal life. So, fortunately for me, Fortunato, like I said, they rolled the dice and gave me a chance, and it's been working out really great ever since.
I gotta say, I mean, and I don't know if it's because of you, but this year I've seen a lot of presence on the media, all the social media, everything Fortunato related.
I've never heard of Fortunato.
That's because you you live off the grid, Sam.
I do.
No, Fortunato, yeah. The thing is Sam, since you're not familiar with it.
Well, yeah, that was my shitty way of saying, "Tell me about Fortunato." That wasn't me trying to be an asshole. That was me saying, "Oh, here,
dude,
let me give you this free open podium to tell me about the company that you enjoy and working for."
No, it's a small outfit. It's definitely the theme of Fortunato is definitely quality before quantity. I mean, with the quality, hopefully the quantity will come. But right now we're just focused on, and we'll remain focused on, it's hand-built, custom coilovers. It's not, and that's the thing is that's trending right now, to be a custom coilover, to be able to choose your spring rates and this and that. And it's cool. Like it's cool to have options, but with Fortunato, it goes much deeper than that. I mean,
and I think that's one of those things that it's very new right now, with the whole, like how everybody's like, oh, this is so played out, oh, this is all the same, and you guys are pretty much offering an alternative to the typical everyday product that everybody just buys and installs. So this is a custom product, right?
Right. The applications. I mean, there's this. We offer coilovers for a lot of cars that don't get a lot of attention. We have, but then again, we have I guess on the flip side of that, not to contradict myself, we have a smaller application list. So we've focused on different makes and models. Japanese and European being the front runners of those, but this year we've kind of branched out and started working with some domestic stuff. Trying to keep the Mustangs out of the crowds. We started.
Please do that. I have a Buick Riata. You think you guys can make me a set of coilovers for that shit?
For what?
A Buick Riata, 1988.
Don't do it, dude. It's a trap.
That's the thing about you, Paco.
There's a big market.
You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot with this one, man.
With everyone, with every single car he buys, because there is no following for any of them.
Hey man, I'm trying to do what people is complaining about, like not going with the played out shit. I'm doing the most original possible.
You know what people complain about, Paco? People that like shit in the street and people that throw rocks at random bypassers. That doesn't mean you should do those things, Paco.
That's a very solid point. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for gang banging on me.
Paco. Paco. All right, we gotta like.
I didn't wait this long just to get into a game.
All right, as I say, like let's bring this all down for a second here, because you've heard our show before, I hope, and you've heard Paco's Pacoisms. He just said that he doesn't want us to gangbang on him. Paco, do you know what that means?
Yes, I know. I wasn't trying to say that.
Do you mean gang up on?
Yeah, gang up on.
And you said gangbang.
I did.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's odd that he wouldn't want to.
Well,
be
I was gonna say,
gangbanged by.
Sam, have you met Nick in person?
No, but I've gangbanged with
Well,
him a
if
couple
you
times.
if you see
That's what
Nick
I'm
in
saying. I
person,
feel
you would
like-
ask him to gangbang you.
Why are you
I feel
handsome?
like anybody would want me as part of their gangbang lineup.
It wouldn't?
No, you would. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
I
of
would-
course,
I feel like
dude.
I should be invited to any gangbang.
Yeah. I mean, you already have like the porn star name.
Yeah,
Nick
Swan. Nikki Swanson. So Nikki Swanson's open for all your gangbangs. If you want to gangbang with him, just hit him up. But what? So I want to talk about the drift series that you're doing again.
Yeah,
Why? But I mean, so all these drift series feel like they're popping up, and I think it's the best thing that the sport is growing. Are these? What's the end game with them? Are you doing it to make money? Are you doing it to progress the sport? Where's your mind at?
It's that's a loaded question. There's a simple answer to it, but
Let's hear it.
it gets to the point where every answer starts to become cliche.
Yeah.
Here lately it's been like, we want to give back to the community, we want to give back to the drivers, and keep drifting fun thing, and
And that's
those
what you
are all
say
very.
when you want to
Well,
make
but
money, of course. But
No, we all want to live, yeah. But I'm not in this. I did get in this to make money. I'm not an idiot. I'm not sitting here fighting tooth and nail because I think I'm going to get rich off of it. Like I
Yeah.
said earlier, I love what I do. I believe that success isn't always measured in a dollar sign. The fact that I'm stoked on where I'm going on the weekends. I love what I get to wake up and do every day. Like that's worth making just enough to get by and just to live and to afford to live. I'm fine with that.
and just to
But,
clarify, I'm not saying that was a joke about the whole making money thing, because I don't think that you guys are getting rich off this. I just wanted to seed you into this, but continue.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is those people in this community, they stand out. The people that come in, and it's either about spending their money or trying to make money or whatever. It seems like drifting is built on so much character that the people that are more money focused and money hungry, they kind of stand out like sore thumbs, man, because the character within them doesn't exist. And what I've learned is those problems kind of take care of themselves. So sometimes as a community we struggle with them. A lot of shit talk will generate on the internet and they get targeted or whatever. And
No.
I've been a
Shit talk on the internet. No way.
Come on.
I've,
Get serious, bro.
I've been a part of it. I've gotten dragged in the middle of it. But at the same time, sometimes I have to sit back and remind myself, like the people that are in this for the right reasons, those are the people that are be standing, together as the sport continues to grow. But
So the idea
yeah,
sounds like they're just like one big drift party. Like these are not competitive events. Like you're just doing these things are more a party than they are a serious thing, right?
right. Well, that's the thing is that we've always focused on the team that I work with, based out of Indianapolis. We're mostly known for being a Midwest Drift Union. We started as Drift Indy. They started as Drift Indy even before I came on board, back in 2006, 2007. And then it blossomed into the competition series. We kept Drift Indy around for the drift day, practice day, fun stuff. And we've kind of dabbled just here and there with different event formats and things like that. And the main focus for us has always been just to cater to the drivers, to give the drivers, whichever kind of driver it is, give them what they want. Give them a track or a parking lot to drive on. Give them the time they want to drive. Make it worth it, and not lose our ass on it, but make sure that everybody is enjoying themselves. And with that mentality, Midwest Drifting has been very successful. An absolute great staff of guys. I love working and carrying the Formula D brand. And then with the progression of the sport and kind of how the street style has taken over, we came together in this past off season and decided to pull the trigger on an idea we've had for a couple of years.
Yeah,
now.
before you go on that, I think a little bird who might or might be not called or named Jason, Anda or something like that.
The Panda Manda.
Yeah, the Panda Manda.
The Manda.
Yeah, the Manda himself. I think he told us something about you guys were coming up with some sort of new series or something that sounded pretty attractive, pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's new, it's different, but it isn't. It's
fresh.
It's kind of taking it back to what got us all into it to begin with.
Which is what?
The idea. It's a rolling car show, man. It's that Hot Boy, just that loud, flashy, attention-grabbing street style.
All the cars are rolling chassis without transmissions. They just look good.
It's SEMA. It's
Exactly.
SEMA Tour.
Motor
what
oil
is
on
it?
the
What's going to
tires
be
and,
called?
like, spray paint the windows black. We're calling it the Street League Drifting Series.
There you go. Street League
And,
Drifting Series.
That's it. Street
How
you
much
go.
money are they paying you, Paco?
It's just because he said it was kind of like low, we couldn't hear properly. So I just want to make sure that the audience understands exactly.
Do you get paid
Street
$5?
League Drifting Series.
There you go.
Oh,
I don't get
there
paid
you go.
anything for this. As a fact, I don't even like Nick.
Oh, well, there you go, Nick.
I'm just pretending.
Take a number and get in line.
No, man, tell us about it.
No, Street League was an idea that we started to kind of work on, I guess, about a year and a half, 2 years ago. We started to have a larger variety of cars and drivers and backgrounds show up to our events. Some cars would be too competitive for the practice days. Some cars weren't competitive enough for the Pro-Am days, and some cars just looked better sitting still. And so we just kind of put some ideas together and wanted to find a way to give the community an event that catered to a conglomeration of those things. And with that came Street League Drifting, and Street League Drifting is the format, the rules behind it, the judging and everything, which I know when you talk about fun events and street style and stuff, judging isn't something that really comes to mind. But as a staff, we believe that events need that structure. And I mean, I don't care how much, I don't care what people say or how much fun is made of professional or competitive drifting. At the end of the day, I mean, it is motorsports. We are car guys. Mm-hmm. At our core, we're competitive people.
Yep.
And so we wanted to, and we're kind of the slogan we're saying with Street League Drifting is that we're making fun of drifting, or making fun of judging. Excuse me.
Okay.
So
get your own slogan
when
right, pal. Jesus.
So by making fun of judging, what we mean by that is
it's a double entendre. You're being witty.
Right. Exactly. Thank you. But yeah, it's going to be more fun. It's way more loose around the collar, and it's going to be, as far as I know, the first event series to judge solo runs, like competitively.
Yeah.
Essentially breaking it down into 3 run groups for the solo group or the solo drivers. Of course, there won't be as strict of a rule book for them regarding cages and stuff. But then we're going to have a random tandem group, and the random tandem. Random tandem. They're going to, as a group, they're just going to drive together throughout the day.
Yeah.
And whoever they pair up with from in the morning to the afternoon, whoever they pair up with and they drive best with, it's up to them. Hey man, choose who you run with during competition and try to get the best random tandem. And it's not a lead and follow kind of situation. It's just tandem runs all throughout the judged time period of the day, which I'll explain that here in a second. And then lastly is the team group. Drift teams have kind of swept the community, with Final Bout, which I think is awesome. Final Bout has really kind of instilled the importance and the presence of drift teams, especially stateside. It's nothing new to drifting, but it's definitely on the come up with drifting in the States. So we wanted to give those teams that have assembled over the past few years, more options to drive. And so the idea behind those 3 run groups is to run a Matt Steary bash style.
Nice.
Schedule. So in the morning, we have a driver's meeting in the morning after the cars have been teched, and we tell them what the layout's going to be or how the track's going to flow or whatever, make it short and sweet, get them in the seat, get them driving, and we cut them loose, until the middle of the day, just let them drive in their groups together, and then have a lunch break, call another quick driver's meeting, and tell them, hey, we've got 2 guys judging this, we got 2 guys judging that, 2 guys judging that for each different run group. Go back out and drive. There's no qualifying. There's no, there's nothing like that. We just want, and we're going to give out cool prizes now. We've got a lot of cool companies and brands on board with 2F Performance, with some Aero stuff.
I know those guys.
I know a guy there. I got hooked up with him.
So pretty much it's going to be like a big event for everybody who
that wants to be kind of competitive, but isn't trying to get into FD.
Yeah,
and is just trying to.
That's fun, man.
Yeah, and we want to give back to them. I mean, like I said, that competitive nature in all of this. At the end of the day, you want to be rewarded if you did something the best or notable.
Where and when do we find these things?
When is this happening?
Well, this year, I guess the term that I would use for Street League drifting this year is a bit of a slow rollout. We're only doing 3 events this year.
It's more
the
than
first
Cory.
one is going to be the what?
It's more than Cory is going to run. He doesn't.
Right.
He's only running 2, as I like to remind him.
Yeah.
Cory isn't even firing back tonight. He's really off his game. Yeah, he's such a.
Yeah. So you were saying, sorry, before Sam interrupted
But,
you.
That was not
like he loves to do.
Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck you, Paco.
Thank you. So, yeah, you were saying when is this happening and where?
The first Street League drifting event is going to take place at Gingerman Raceway, where we're going to be having our annual No Star Bash as well. So Street League drifting will kind of piggyback off the bash. It's a 2.5/3 day event, July 4th weekend. So the time was there for us to make a big blowout of it. And the second event for Street League will be in it's a town called Xenia, Ohio. It's just outside of Cincinnati.
Oh yes, Xenia. I have heard many a thing of that place.
Sure.
Yeah, there's actually a fantastic film made about Xenia, Ohio after the tornadoes. You guys should look it up. Great film called Gummo.
Oh God, no! Don't look up Gummo. Don't look up Gummo.
If I can't convince you to go to Street League in Xenia, Gummo will.
I feel like you're gonna. That's like the same thing. Me saying like, "Hey guys, if you want to follow more Maximum Driftcast, go Google Tub Girl," and like. Don't do that, please. No one do that. Don't ever Google that or lemonparty.org. Don't go there.
Or Blue Waffles.
No, don't.
Okay, Gummo is not lemon party status. It's not 2 girls, 1 cup. Like Gummo is not good, but okay, maybe Gummo was a bad reference when I'm trying to promote my event.
Yeah. So you're always saying though is that Street Driven Tour is like Gummo.
It's not street driven.
Okay, okay.
Not
Street
street driven.
Street League.
Street League. Excuse me. Street League Tour is like Gummo. You have skinned cats.
That's not what I said, but I understand how this
inbred
works.
kids.
Got it.
God, that movie.
But no, as bad as that town has been portrayed, and I'm not really going to argue that. We have been going there for years for MDU and stuff, but we have a great relationship with a cool track out there, and so we'll be doing the second Street League drifting event under the lights at Killcare Raceway. And under the lights, I mean, it gives us another chance to kind of get nerdy with the Street League stuff. We'll be judging silly stuff like undercar or underglow, color execution, sticker placement, different things like that. Because
Uniforms.
Within the rule book, even the rule book kind of encourages
silliness,
gaudy stuff.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, it's definitely a good change of pace.
Yeah, that was the idea with it. We don't want to change the direction of drifting. We just want to offer another avenue.
Got it. I think that's great, man. Where can people find about these events? Like website?
The information right now is you can always find it at streetleaguedrifting.com.
Okay.
You can find us on Instagram at Street League Drifting and Street League Drifting also on Facebook.
Perfect. Cool, man.
So And the last thing that I wanted to mention about that is because the idea for street league drifting, which is for the first time of anything that we've ever done as far as my Midwest guys, street league drifting is not going to be limited to a region. We're not going to be limited to the Midwest or the East Coast even. Even though this year with the first 3 events, they are going to be on my side of the country as opposed to y'all's, you desert people. But we do want to. We do want to make our way out west definitely next year. But the thing about street league drifting is that each event is irrelevant to the next. It's not a series. You don't accumulate points or anything like that. So you can attend one, you can attend all 3 or 4 or 5 or however many.
They're individually like isolated events as far as winning.
Exactly.
Redemption. Yeah.
Nice.
It's just standalone fun events that we wanted to bring to a town near you.
Can't wait for you to bring your events to Arizona then.
Yeah, when you come to Arizona. Come to Arizona.
Yeah, no, I want to. I'm actually really looking forward to making my way out there for Formula D's Pro 2 event this year. I've never
you coming?
been. I'll be out there for that with Fortunato, since we're working with a handful of the Pro 2 guys this year. We'll definitely be out there. So I'm pretty stoked to come out there and hang with you guys and then check the area out. I don't make it out west nearly as much as I'd like to, but it's definitely on the radar for street league drifting next year.
Well, we'll see you out here. Thank you for supporting all forms of drifting and hopefully helping to grow this wonderful, terrible sport that we all love.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is it's been a blast, and it's, just like I said earlier, the relationships that I've made in it that's made it worth it in itself. So it's cool that people can appreciate it and see the future of it and kind of all just come together at the end of the day to keep pushing it to what we want it to be.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna be a pretty successful league. It's such a different format that I'm sure a lot of people would love it, man. So yeah, good luck, man. Like, can't wait to see it happening.
And we will see you at something.
We'll see you in Phoenix.
or maybe we'll get to go to one of the events. Who knows?
That's right. I mean,
but
are you going to Florida?
Regardless. Yeah, I'm heading out to Orlando
there you go.
on
You're
Monday or Tuesday.
Probably going to see Sam over there.
Oh, shit, you'll see me.
Yeah.
Please don't beat me up.
Please beat him
up.
Gotcha.
Cool. We'll make sure and link up down there in the rain or the sun or whatever the hell it's doing.
It's going to be rainy and sunny and all the above.
Both.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a great dang night, dude.
Hey, man, thanks for your time, Nick.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry it took us like 6 weeks.
And a half. No, man, it was totally worth it, dude. 6 weeks went by so fast.
No, but we'd love to have you back once one of the events happen and you have some good outcome and you can tell us some experiences of what happened and definitely
for sure
hearing back from you then, man.
Yeah, once we get some time under our belt with Street League, I'll make sure and check in with you guys and let you know how it's going.
Sick.
Word. Have a good night, dude.
All right, guys.
Hey, take care, man. Have a good one.
What a jerk. What a jerk.
Dude,
everybody keep on talking to jerks.
Calling us. Like, if somebody else would call us right now, my head would probably just explode.
Well, the thing is like, I want to shut this episode down before we get any more facts wrong. Because I was worried there because I got the name of his league. His Street Driven.
You got Street Driven wrong twice because it's Street League and Street Driven. Which, I mean, to be fair, he's involved in both.
I'm just...
Oh, no way.
Oh, no. It's Forsberg.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh, this is awkward. What's up, man? What can we do for you?
Oh, hi. Just checking in on you guys.
I thought that we got everything right the last episode.
Yeah, you did all right. I will say that you guys are definitely stepping it up a little bit. I think you're taking your time.
By not answering questions we don't understand. That's my big thing now. Multiple times tonight, I've just been like, I don't know the answer to this. I'm going to try to shut up.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, it's more so been just your guests have been doing a lot of storytelling, and so there's no real fact-checking on that because you guys aren't really talking too much. So it's been working out.
And we're not journalists, or at least none of us got degrees in journalism.
I thought you did.
I did. Shit.
Dang it.
All right, Chris, what facts you got for us? Shoot us right in the fucking face.
Well, let's see here. I'm going to go back to, let's see, last week you guys were talking about some power steering stuff with electric cars and everything else. But let's see. Paco, I think someone was saying that there was no one's done electric power steering before. And then you were arguing that we did do electric power steering. And yes, you were correct in which we do have electric power steering pumps which do pump hydraulic fluid. However, what was I going to say? Oh, we actually been doing that for years. I've actually been running that type of setup for 10 years now. So we've had electric power steering on our FD car since 2006.
Sam is celebrating.
I'm celebrating. You can't see it, but I'm giving Paco many middle fingers
but
right
he
now.
still doesn't understand that I'm the one who was right.
No. Actually, you're still wrong, Paco. So let me back that
What?
up.
Okay,
So-
wait 1 second. Are you talking about an electric power steering pump?
Yes.
Well,
Let me finish.
Yeah,
Let
like
me
the-
finish.
Let him finish,
Okay,
Paco,
okay.
you interrupting piece of shit.
So Paco was trying to backpedal and be like, no, I'm talking about full electric steering. And you guys are like, okay, I get it. But that actually does exist. Tony Angelo ran it on his FRS in 2014, and it was full electric column going straight to the rack. No fluid involved. And I know that for a fact because I run the same setup on my Datsun. So I have an electric column that's hooked up to a manual rack, so there's no fluid involved, and it's the same column that Tony ran it in his FD car. So yes, full electric is possible as well.
No, I know, but you're the one who told me that electric steering, like completely electric assisted steering, wasn't very. They didn't give you very good feedback, and that's why you prefer to use the MR2 electric hydraulic steering pump on your setups.
Yes, that's a preference. That doesn't mean that it does not exist and hasn't been done.
Well,
idiot, Paco.
the question is what? The question is that the Turk had an electric steering column, not an electric power steering pump.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it as Turk has electric steering, and yes, so it was vague. It could have gone either way. But what I'm saying is that both ways do exist, and both ways are used in FD. However, obviously, the electric power steering pump with hydraulic fluid is preferred and used in, I don't want to say half the cars, but a lot. I mean, I'd say like, somewhere between like a tenth to a quarter of the cars. I don't know the exact count, but a lot of guys are switching over to that system.
All right, but that's what you use, right?
That's what I use,
Perfect.
yes, on all my cars.
But we're not completely sure what's on Turk's car.
On Turk's car, he has an electric power steering pump with hydraulic fluid.
That's exactly what I said on the episode.
Well, it's hard to make out what you're saying because you speak non-American most of the time, Paco, and I wish you would just either leave or learn our language, you stupid man.
Hey.
I'm sorry, that was
And
really
also on Turk's car, you guys are arguing about what diff was in it. And
Yeah, we're definitely
the regular
guessing
car
there.
diff, whatever. Yeah, so he runs a Nissan Z32 diff.
which is weird though because most people have like Winner's quick change stuff in their cars.
It
at this
is,
point, right?
but he used to have a Winner's quick change in a 4-speed dog box. And the problem with the FRS is there's not much room underneath it for the big quick change. The axles will come in contact with the upper portion of the subframe, so you have to hang the diff down real low, and it comes in contact with the ground, and then you're just running into issues of bottoming the car out, which doesn't sound bad if your name is Crop Dustin and you're trying to floss around town. But on an FD car, it actually does hinder the performance of the car, so they went with the Hollinger 6-speed and the fixed rear diff so that they have a little more room in the back, and then the 6-speed gives them the wide range of gear.
So you're saying it's a good idea to run a welded Z32 diff on your 1,000 horsepower car because it will never break, right?
Well, it's a preference that they like. I wouldn't really recommend it. I like the winter stuff. It's super strong, but they do have, at first they're blowing out the stub axles, which actually we were doing as well. We were the first people to blow out the stub axles on the winter.
Congratulations, Chris.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, after they told us that it was impossible. So we got Drive Shaft Shop to make us these badass outer stubs that we put in our winter's quick changes, and then Turk had the same ones in his car. But then when they switched to the Z32 diff, they did the same thing. We're breaking their stubs, and so once again, Frank from Drive Shaft Shop came through and built them a badass outer drive shaft stub for the diff itself, and it's much stronger and holds up to the power. But what they broke in Atlanta was the actual back cover, which is a big problem in like the 370Zs as well, because you have the aluminum case and the diff wants to torque down, and so you actually shear the bolts right out of the back of the diff, and it comes into contact with everything.
Can you be
So you don't recommend people buy Nissan cars, is what you're saying?
No, what I'm recommending is that people that make a lot of horsepower put the right bushings in the cars and make sure that it's nice and solid.
Or buy a
so,
Ford,
like,
that might come stock with a good diff, right?
Yeah, or just put a 9-inch in the back live axle and just swing it around.
Can you make like a steel encasing, like an outer encasing for the diff, kind of like to reinforce it?
You actually can, and there's a couple people working on that type of setup now because, obviously the front half of the pumpkin or front, 7/8 of the pumpkin, whatever you want to call it, is the main part of it is cast iron, but the back parts are, the covers are aluminum. And so that's the part that breaks.
The weakest link.
So, so we're actually working on trying to do, an upgraded billet rear cover with Voodoo. We've talked about in the past, and so it's a part that we might move forward with, for that reason on the 350s and 370s to get that, much stronger surface area around that bolt so we don't break it anymore.
Chris, you're blowing my mind right now. Like, I would have thought that like a Z32 diff would have been better than like a fruit or a vegetable like that grows in the ground in the middle of autumn. What is with pumpkins? Why would you try to hook up your drivetrain to that? I feel like that's a bad decision, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like the Nissan diffs, they're obviously really strong. You have a lot of options with gearing and everything else. A couple people do super diffs, but the Nissan ones are pretty popular. The 240s are an R200. They have a smaller ring gear. The 350s and 370s are an R230. They have a bigger ring gear, but only a single rear bolt. So that's why they went with the Z32. So you get the big ring gear and dual rear bolt.
And the slang for a rear diff is pumpkin.
Yes, it's pumpkin.
Was what I was trying to get at, because
you really didn't know that?
I did know that,
okay.
but I'm saying that maybe there's someone that listens to this show that's not as smart as Chris.
See, like
Chris,
when somebody says tranny, they're also not talking about a transsexual man. They're talking about a transmission.
Trannies and pumpkins, man. We got all kinds of crap under our
What
car.
I like to do is hook my tranny right up to a pumpkin and slam him right in there.
Yeah.
Just ram it.
One more for you, Paco.
Oh.
On the Die episode, you said somewhere in the end, you're like, oh, yeah, when I watched the show and Chris went out to Japan and he was 21 and you were like 18, Die. No,
I was totally guessing right there.
It is the other way around.
Oh,
He's
really?
like 3 years older than me, yeah. His birthday is December 24th, for those that don't know.
We know.
And he shares it with Tony Angela.
Damn.
When is your birthday?
My birthday is April 6th.
There you go. So you were the young kid.
He was a youngling.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, see, like that's a good fact. I mean, I understand.
I was like number 2 in line.
Chris, question for you: who's worse at speaking English for being in the country and being in America for 10 years? Is it Paco or Die?
See, that's like I love giving Die a hard time because you would think he'd pick it up by now. But I mean, God, I gotta say Paco probably takes the cake on this one.
Damn, dude, I feel bad.
That's
now.
savage. That's savage. Wow, Chris.
But I like honesty.
If you're gonna be this mean to us every episode, maybe we should just stop this segment, which I think we're gonna call Forsberg's fuck ups, Forsberg's f ups. What do you think? What should we call this?
I mean, I'm not the one fucking up, so.
Yeah, but you're
That's
calling,
what I said,
you're
but
calling
I
him
still-
out. I don't know. Forsberg's fixums.
Fix him.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
We'll have to spend some time with the creative department.
Quality time. Yeah.
For the
All
segment.
right.
Well,
I mean, I think we should let Paco name it since he obviously gets the best segment.
I'm gonna call it. Forsberg knows how to correct people on the phone call.
All right, this is a new segment. Forsberg knows how to correct people on the phone call. Great, Chris. Thank you.
Dude, actually, it took me some thinking to come up with a completely wrong sentence.
You nailed
right
it.
there.
You nailed it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks,
got it
man.
covered pretty good, man.
Chris,
so,
what-
so where's Cory? What's up with him?
Oh, he's here.
Corey's here. He's
Sitting
just
next to us.
He's sitting right next to us. He's very quiet
okay.
today. I think that
Gotcha.
he's feeling a little bit sauced, and he's got noodles on the brain.
We'll show you in a little bit.
I'm starting to believe that Cory might just be a bowl of spaghetti.
And slowly turning into a bowl of spaghetti.
I think
Well, he's really busy.
He doesn't keep a fuck
working on his
anymore.
BMW lately, his broken BMW that he's ruining, and he's
Whoa, Cory's working on a car?
he's probably hiring other people to do it or enticing them
so,
through his monkey
so he's being
magic.
a little quiet because he's just a little tired because he's actually
Exactly.
out there, trying to run around the shop a little bit.
Yeah.
And what are you doing right now? Where are you going?
I'm at LAX. I'm jumping on a flight here in about as soon as I hang up this phone, they're boarding now.
Oh,
so
shit.
as long as you guys don't yammer at me too long, I won't miss my flight.
Are you Group 1?
But yeah.
You priority? You gold? What's your deal?
Nope, because my sorry ass has been driving my rig for the past 8 years.
Damn.
And so I am very low on the totem pole as far as flights.
You Group 2?
But, yeah.
You
This is the back of the bus.
The back of the plane, yeah. But no, we just shot a rad video with Nissan and the Donut crew, and I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out real soon. It's another one of those quick turnarounds. So
you've been still in the Van Thunder.
What's that? Yeah, I know. We're trying to top the van video. This is going to be a short and sweet one, but I think it's going to be entertaining. So.
Were any models injured while doing this video, Chris?
There were no models injured, but they were in the danger zone. So
danger zone.
Well, I'm proud that you didn't.
But we keep it legit. You know, we put people in the danger zone, but we do not put them in any danger.
I saw a quick clip of it, and I'm very happy to see that everyone survived with maybe only minor facial scarring, perhaps.
Yes.
It was a cell phone video of a playback on a camera, but
perfect.
We'll see.
That's the best way to see it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for telling us what kind of jackasses we are, and hopefully once you hear this episode,
you guys are cleaning up. Yeah, you guys are cleaning up a little bit.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
It's just because we know we're being watched now.
Well, today's episode is a little bit rough. You're really going to have to scrutinize this one when you're not busy driving to Orlando. But
you got it. Well, actually, I will not be driving to Orlando. My man Papa Witch is going to be doing it for me. So
damn, nice.
He's been, it's been a busy year. He's been taking the driving load, so it's working out really well.
Well,
he just spotted for Stonebacks, and so he's part of the team, and he drives rigs for a living, so it lined up perfect.
Well, nice. I can't wait to see you pull your fire suppression system and lose in the finals this year. And good luck.
That's the plan, dude. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
It's all about the show, man.
I'm gonna make it all the way there and let Turk stomp all over your limp body. I hope.
Yeah, well, we got I'm actually red eyeing back, and then loading up the rig tomorrow, first thing in the morning, heading for East Coast Patch. So I know this episode will come out after that, but. Just assume that we had an awesome time.
Does he have a fire suppression system in his missile car?
I have fire extinguishers, so basically I just have a bigger mess to clean up if I ever have to use it.
No, I'm just saying that if you could fuck him some way there. If you could just, maybe not Orlando because that's your professional career, but at East Coast Bash, if you could just spray him down.
Get it out of my system before I get there.
Yeah,
just shoot Mark right in the face with it.
Yeah, just blast him right with the fire extinguisher.
Nice.
I'm not trying to say do or don't, just do it. Oh God!
All right,
Good morning.
Well,
get on the plane.
Yeah, they're calling final call, so I'm
gonna
go get on the flight.
Don't lose a flight.
First to get on this flight. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris. Have fun.
Thanks for calling, man.
All right, man. See you guys later.
Later.
Hey, have a good one.
You too.
Have you ever seen the movie Final Destination, where there's a horrendous plane crash?
And
God, I hope that doesn't happen to Chris. He's a very talented driver,
I know.
and I value his friendship.
But I gotta say,
oh no, he's still on the phone.
Oh shit, he's still listening.
Oh God!
Yeah, wait,
oh no! I love you, Chris. Bye.
Bye.
Awkward.
I can just see Chris just on the phone like, you motherfucker, say something. It's like super quiet, like covering the microphone.
Oh man, that was not intended.
You said you didn't want that to happen because Forsberg is a very talented driver. So at least you didn't say. Now you can talk shit.
All right, now that Forsberg's authentically gone, let me make sure. Let me unplug my phone just in case he's like the movie Hackers with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, dude. So I'm calling him bullshit.
You're calling Chris bullshit?
No, I mean he said I was wrong. But I was saying that on Turk's car, he had one of those MR2 electric-assisted hydraulic steering pumps.
You're calling Forsberg wrong? Chris the Fax Forsberg?
I might understand. No. I mean, he's right, but I think he might misunderstood what I said.
Paco, you're a real sore loser.
I'm just saying. I mean, you were celebrating prematurely, and you were
celebrating prematurely,
and you were wrong. And I was right, and Forsberg's right. I mean, I'm not saying he was.
Everyone here is right.
I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm just saying that's what I said. That Turk had an electric MR2 style electric pump, but it's still pumping fluid. And I was aware of Forsberg's electric assisted steering column on his Datsun, but he's the one who told me that. Yeah, like it's not it doesn't give you the same feedback.
Well, Forsberg is going to correct you on this next week, and I cannot wait till you get put in your fucking place. We got to end it, though, because we've been going on for a while, and I'd say should we let Cory send this one off?
Probably. I mean, maybe stick that tip.
Excuse me?
Stick that tip of that little blow-up keyboard thing, put it on Cory's mouth.
Yeah.
And let him play the harpsichord. What's the name of that thing?
It's a melodica, I think.
Ah, yeah, melodica. Let him play it.
So, all right. You think?
Maybe Cory wants to do that.
All right. Here we go.
Let's see what happens. Jesus.
Cory, that's beautiful. That's a song from Titanic, and you can play it.
Apparently, Cory's pretty skilled.
I don't know. I still don't believe he's a bowl of spaghetti. Let me just hold on.
Let's remove those headphones from his head.
Pause right there. Don't move.
Right.
I'm making a loud noise right now, so I know where to cut this. I'm gonna eat him, and I want you to start screaming, "No, don't eat Cory."
Oh shit! Okay.
All right, don't move. Okay. All right, action. Hold on. I just want to make sure he's still breathing. I can't tell. Hold on.
Well, maybe you can give it some mouth-to-mouth breathing.
Cory.
See if you can react like.
Cory, let me try.
Wait, no. What are you doing? No, Sam. No. What are you doing? Dude. No, why are you eating Cory?
He's so delicious.
Oh my God, the humanity! Don't do this! This is disgusting.
Oh man.
Oh my God, I can't believe you.
Cory, I'm gonna miss you, but you're so delicious. Was that 2-hour-old spaghetti? All right, find us on the internet at spaghettisforlegs.com. Cory Hosford at coryhosford.net and lemonparty.org.
Blue waffles.
No, don't do that.
Don't Google blue waffles.
We're actually at Maximum Driftcast. I'm at Drift Idiot. Paco's at Tofu Drift Fan and 2F. And Cory...
2F Performance.
Rip. Cory is at...
I think it's official. Cory became 100% a bowl of spaghetti.
I think that this whole show, Cory might have been a bowl of spaghetti.
I don't know. I'm a little bit disgusted at this point.
I'm going to finish him off.
I will. Finish Cory off with your mouth.
Good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Oh.